This is the kind of equipment that you're going to need on a winter mountaineering weekend in Scotland. This is the sort of kit that I would take. You may have your own kit, but hopefully this will give you an idea of the sort of stuff you need to take with you. Okay, so starting with your base layer, you're going to want something to keep the all-important family jewels nice and toasty. This is a technical pair of underwear designed to wick sweat away and keep you comfortable. There goes the cat, she's not enjoying my jokes. In addition to that, you are definitely going to need a pair of thermal leggings, a thermal base layer designed to wick sweat away from your legs. It may be a thin pair of running tights or a purpose-designed pair of thermal leggings. These are merino wool, but something which is going to keep you warm and wick sweat. In addition to that, you're going to want a thermal top layer. I like to wear a compression layer, which is designed to wick sweat away from the upper body, but you may not have anything like that available. You may just go straight for a thermal base layer. There's a lot of really useful and popular ski wear out there which you can get. This is made from a bamboo fabric, but of anything which is something like merino wool is particularly good. If black's not your colour, then you can go for something a little bit more jazzy. This is very much in vogue, the Dennis the Menace look, but again, something which is designed to wick sweat away from your body is what you need. A lot of people will wear a t-shirt on top of their thermal base layer. This is just a running top, which is something that most people have probably got their hands on, but again, it should be designed to wick sweat away from your body and keep you dry. Moving on to your mid layer now, you're going to want a pair of mid layer trousers and some sort of fleece or jumper to keep you warm. Soft shell is a particularly good fabric to wear in Scotland in the winter. It's quite tight knit, so it's designed to keep the wind out. These are a pair of soft shell trousers. Additional features like having zips on the bottom of the trousers are quite useful for being able to adjust your walking boots. In addition to your mid-layer trousers, you're going to want a mid-layer top, something which is designed to keep you warm, but again just to wick sweat away. Quite a tight weave will stop the wind getting in and penetrating. This is quite a good mid-layer. It's designed to keep you warm but also wick sweat away from your body. You may also want to put into your rucksack a emergency mid layer, something which is an insulating layer like a down jacket. This is synthetic down, so it's designed to keep you warm even if it's wet. It's a pretty warm piece of kit to wear, so you wouldn't wear it all the time, but it's useful to pull out if you need it. Obviously it's got a hood which is quite useful for keeping the snow out of the back of your neck. Don't forget about just fairly obvious mid layers like fleeces and jumpers, those kind of things. So a basic fleece is again the sort of thing you're looking for. It doesn't have to be soft shell or particularly expensive, but it is there just to pull out of your rucksack to keep you warm if you need it. Quite a useful bit of kit to have. Okay, moving on to your technical outer layer, your hard shell. Most people will probably have something made of Gore-Tex or an event fabric. This is a Gore-Tex jacket, again designed to keep the rain and snow off you, to keep you dry, but also designed to keep you dry by wicking sweat away and allowing moisture to transfer through the fabrics. It's quite a good material to wear as an outer layer. It's quite a thin jacket, this jacket. On your feet, inside your boots, you're going to want a decent pair of woolen socks to keep your feet warm, but again to wick sweat away from your feet. A useful piece of kit to have is a buff or some sort of scarf. Buffs are quite useful because obviously they keep your neck warm, stop snow getting inside, but you can pull them up to protect your face as well. And on top of your head, you're going to want a nice beanie or something warm, nice warm hat to wear, just to keep your head warm. I'll usually carry 2 or 3 pairs of gloves in my rucksack when I'm out in Scotland in the winter. Typically I'll have an inner pair which are designed to keep my hands nice and warm, and then an outer pair of gauntlets just to keep them dry, so designed to keep the rain and the snow off. It's quite useful if you've got some wrist loops to wear those. It means that you can wear the gloves, pull the outer layer off, and then use the inner layer without getting your hands cold to adjust things. So quite a useful feature to have really in Scotland in the winter. Because the weather in Scotland is pretty variable and it can be pretty windy, a useful piece of kit to carry with you is a pair of ski goggles. These are great for wearing when you've got a lot of snow or hail. Just really means you can see where you're going and poor visibility, but also helps you make sure you can navigate and map read. Along with the navigation, I would say an essential piece of kit for Scotland is a wristwatch. Not only does it allow you to keep a track on the number of hours of daylight left, but it's a brilliant aid to navigation, allowing you to pace and measure legs. A lot of people these days are moving away from having a hard shell fabric like Gore-Tex and moving on to having something like a Paramour type material. Paramour is a particularly warm fabric. It is designed to wick sweat away from the body. It works slightly differently to Gore-Tex. A lot of people can find it a little bit too warm, but I find it ideal in the winter. Along with the Paramour jacket, you can get Paramour trousers. These are a pair of Paramour salopettes. I find them really useful in the winter. Again, they just add an extra layer of warmth to the top half of your body, and they're really good at moving moisture away, but also preventing rain and snow getting in and cooling you down. That's your main sort of clothing. You're going to need a pair of good winter mountaineering boots. These are 4-season boots. They should be pretty stiff, designed to take a cramp on, with a full grain leather upper. But you really need them to be quite stiff to allow you to kick steps. You should have a 3/4 length or a full shank, and they should have an instep for you to put crampons on as well. So a good pair of 4-season boots to complete your winter mountaineering kit.